You may hear him. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
Guys, there's nothing like boxing, and there are no athletes like fighters.
Struggling to get to his feet. Incredible signature. Unbelievable.
Takes another right. Turns in deep trouble again. Turns it down. Turns it down.
You know, you pay him a price, I guess, but the man said a bit enough.
What's up, fight fans? I'm J.Cotto, and welcome to J.Cotto's Fight Page. And today I'm gonna do something a little special because I got one of my favorite fighters, new fighters, this generation. His name is Terrence Bud Crawford, but we all call him. Well, I've been calling him, and everybody else has been calling him Baby Hearns. That's right, Baby Hearns, baby. And he's in the 140 division now. And a lot of us think that he's gonna dominate, and I think he's gonna dominate that division. It's gonna take a while, but I'm most likely think that he's gonna dominate 140 within a year and a half. Depending how active he is. Within that semi-long, short span of a time. This is just a possible as to what we can look for in competition or competitors within that division. The lightweight, light welters. Starting off, I mean, he's gonna be fighting Derry John with, he has a record of 29-1. Okay, they'll be fighting soon, the 24th of October. There's also possibilities like Petrov, which is 36-4. Again, we have not. I'm gonna try to pronounce this, okay, the best way that I can. All right. It's Zalakhtikanen, all right? Zalakhtikanen, he's 21-0, okay? These are just possibles, these are contenders now. Nobody can say that there's nobody at 140 again, yes, there is, we have Shavikov, which is 36-1. I mean, Linares, is it Flanagan, Omar Figueroa? These are all possibles for Terrence Crawford. I mean, Broner, Matisse, Peterson, Pacquiao, and the Axeman, Rick Walters. I threw these names out there just to show you that there's possibilities of making great matches. They just have to dig. I mean, I'm more than sure that most of you guys out there would want the era of picking the easiest fights out the door. You know what I mean? We don't want that anymore. But we want hard fights, Whether if you're gonna be evasive and hit, not get hit, sweet science, however you put it. The prize fighter from Vegas' style, If that's what you want, then okay, fine. But a little more hard fighting instead of, a lot of hugging and, more engaging and, because that's, Terrence Crawford fights, man. He fights, and there's nobody out there right now, as to fans within the, the groups of casuals or Flomos or Pactards, you can't criticize this kid. This kid is coming up, beating motherfuckers up, and now he moved up, and he's at 140, 147, like I said, a year and a half from now, it would be awesome for him to go to 147 and face the big boys up there, you know. As to him fighting Matisse or Peterson or Pacquiao or Rick Walters, that's exciting in itself. That shit is. I'm gonna get my popcorn and every fucking munchie that I've gotten sitting down and fuck the whole world, put myself in a bubble type matches. Like, I don't give a fuck type matches. Like, I'm in my bubble watching these fucking matches, and nuclear disasters could be happening outside of my bubble. It could be happening outside of my bubble. I don't give a fuck type matches, you know. And I have a feeling it's gonna come back, but it's just talents like Terrence Crawford, and it's not about being undefeated. Because I tell you right now, if he was to lose to Rick Walters or Pacquiao or Peterson or Matisse or Broner, let's just say, because Broner, whether we like it or not, he's taking harder fights, and he's been taking hard fights. He's only got 2 losses now. I don't respect his fuckery. His in-ring ability. I'm talking about Adrian Broner here. His in-ring ability, to me, it was starting to overshadow his boxing skills because of the fuckery he brought in the ring with the outside antics. But he fought a little hard, against Sean Porter. He's just got to fight harder. So I know that this fight that's coming up now, I'm expecting Adrian Broner, the Cincinnati slaughterer. You know what I mean? And I hope he can pull it off, man, because he's a great talent, I could see Crawford, if he lost to Rick Walters as well, the Axeman. I mean, the Axeman's another kid who's coming up, just beating motherfuckers up, knocking them up. You saw what he said. You saw what he did to Donaire. You know what I'm saying? You saw what Crawford did to Gamboa. And I'm not saying that they're in the same pedigree, but it's just to the point that these guys are taking out, and they're starting to take out the best, and they're fighting the best in their division at their era, at their time, and they're not ducking and dodging. Now, to everybody else who don't know boxing, these names, like Omar Figueroa, Linares, Flanagan, Zalekta Kanan, Petrov, Shavikov. These are guys who got records 36-1, and none of you guys were actually paying attention and aware that these are hard fighters coming up, fighting each other, fighting hard. So these caliber of fighters, these gladiators that were on the underground, wow, as I like to say, within the firmament of boxing, right, that God has created, what was going on up there is now. So now these gladiators get to graduate and come up, and now it's up to us. Now I'm not talking to the hardcores, us hardcores. I'm talking to the ones that are becoming hardcores, that have been true boxing fans and are willing to learn and know. As you like to say, the boxing voice, peace to y'all. Eating crow whenever you make a wrong prediction or whatever. Whatever humbles you, but doesn't humble you to a stage of being a boxing fan where you're a fuckface. You know what I mean? You start trolling and shit, and you just don't want to give up the fact that if your fighter comes up dirty, you just can't say, oh, damn, man, he fucked up. You've got to roll with it. Oh, well, if you ain't cheating, you ain't winning. Ha, ha, ha. But then if the shoe was on the other foot, he would criticize it. Hypocrisy type shit. Shit like that, guys. But I'm just saying, if you don't follow Terrence Crawford, follow Terrence Crawford, because he's going to be amongst the new elite that are becoming, slowly but surely elite. Like, within the welterweight division itself as well, like Brooke, Thurman, Porter, it takes its time, but at the same time, it's like something you make. First you make the foundation, then you start making the outer foundation that actually captures and is able to hold, along with the foundation of the foundation, the details that make that sculpture great. So as to boxing, there are levels. In order to have a boxer, there's certain things that, and certain levels that boxers have to go through, and lessons, and that's why a loss it's a lesson. If you never lost, it's shocking to most. Most don't come back from that. So it's of course it's always a bad thing to lose, but it's always a good thing to lose, to learn a lesson. It's always good to learn a lesson, as long as learning that lesson has not taken a lot from you. You know what I'm saying? These boxers, give them respect, no matter what level they're on. Not excusing the shit that they do or what they've done to us fans, and no, it's just you've got to respect them. These are gladiators. So within this weight division, or two weight divisions, lightweight, light welters, that's excitement. That is pure excitement. And I'm just waiting, guys. I'm just waiting. I know that you guys want this fight. The only way to make these fights happen is to do exactly what we did when we didn't want to see the prize fighter from Vegas's fight, because we wanted him to step up. These fighters will step up. They get our message, and they're still young, and they're hungry, and they want to be pay-per-view. They want that pay-per-view spot. That's their dream. Tito Trinidad, Chavez, and all these guys that were going up against him. That was the reason why. It was to win the title and to be pay-per-view, kings. It wasn't as to the money, because of course the money is always, an important factor, but it's beyond that. It's the glory of being called a king of something that you're very good at, and you've done it fair and square, especially in the fistic art. You fought every contender. In other sports, even though I know it makes no sense, but just in other sports, imagine if basketball or football team was able to pick the teams that they wanted to play in order for them to get to the playoffs, and then they get to pick the teams that they were going up against in the playoffs in order to get to the finals, and then you understand it. There are levels, and these guys are proving themselves, and I think Terrence Crawford is going to be one hell of a fighter. He's going to be Hall of Fame status in about maybe 5 to 6 more years, man. It's a short time. It's simply because of the way he's taking his competition, the way he's stepping up, the way he's trying to move his level up. Hard fighters. There aren't any fighters on his resume so far that he's fought that were easy. So this guy's like a Super Saiyan. He's going up in levels. Hey, we just might see. Now, I'm not gonna even say the next prize fighter from Vegas. No, I'm not gonna say that. We may see a new legend, a new superstar that sets his own mantle, his own plateau. You know what I mean? That's basically it. Haters could say that this is a Crawford dick writing video, but basically I'll be doing more about many more favorites that I have within the sport of boxing. So let me just get unclassy for a minute for the haters and say fuck you, eat a bag of dicks, and it is what it is. Because I'm going to show you I know boxing, you sons of bitches. But anyway, I'm really hoping to see Terrence Crawford, which is 26-0, with 18 knockouts, going up against Thierry Jean, October 24th. I'll be giving you more information within the fight news and everything else that I'm, going to be uploading for you guys. But otherwise than that, man, I think that more or less, man, Terrence Crawford is the next superstar, man. You know what I mean? And I hope that you guys enjoy boxing. I hope you also have your favorites. As a matter of fact, why don't you guys you know, hit me up on the comment section and let me know, who would you like to see Terrence Crawford fighting within the next years to come, 2016. My name is J.Cotto, Fight Fans. Thanks for joining my fight page, and may God bless you.